All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy April 28th, coming to you feeling really, really excited on the precipice of us having our little baby Angelo. My wife is just, she's ready. She's ready. She said, once we have a baby shower, like I am ready to get this baby out. So I'm making a prediction probably between May 15th and May 18th, the baby will be here. So he'll be a little bit early because he's supposed to be here in June, but he's already over 5 pounds. So he's a big old boy right now. So let's do this. I'm going to turn it over to Karina. Karina, quick teaching moment of the week, and I'll turn it over to Dan.
Awesome. Yes. So today in my huddle, I'm going to review offers with two of our newer agents that have joined the team recently that have submitted their RPAs. So if anybody wants a refresh on the RPAs, hasn't done theirs yet, submit to me, want some inside information on how to write a good offer, come see me.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, let's go. And I'm going to turn the mic over to you, Dan, just for quick teaching moment in your realm. I'll share my slides here in just a moment. And then let me pull this up and let me pass the mic over to you, Dan. So go ahead and take it away and just tell me when you need me to click through, and I'll be on the dials for you.
All right, all right. Let's see. Are we starting with that sweet Don Johnson slide? Oh no,
Oh
not
no, I
yet.
don't
We
know.
can
I
wait
don't know
for
if we needed to see that again, but if you want me to put that back up, I
we
certainly
can
can.
we can end on that one. That's all right. That'll be a
All
good call to
right.
action.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
okay. AI, it's so great, so weird. I love it. Okay, so the big teaching moment for everyone here today is Zillow rolled out a new tool that is something you should absolutely be leaning into. This is for everyone on the team. So on Team Fast, we joined Zillow Pro, and what that means is you can now become the My Agent for your Sphere non-Zillow leads. So I see this all the time, like probably every single week, where someone will have a lead that's in the team database, that's in their sphere. They met at an open house. It's their cousin's friend. It's, their uncle or whatever. And then we see it come in as a Zillow inquiry where they were browsing on Zillow. They hit contact agent. Fortunately, it comes into our team, but now I'm having to go to bat and fight Zillow and say, hey, we don't know a 40% referral fee because this was actually Elias's next door neighbor that he was talking to, and we already had a pre-existing relationship. But if we can't prove that, Zillow is going to come knocking and ask for their 40% referral fee because they're saying they generated that lead. Zillow Pro allows you now to play defense with your sphere leads in Zillow by making you the person that they see when they're actually browsing on Zillow. So now if your cousin or your parents or your next door neighbor or the person you met at the open house is browsing on Zillow and they say, oh, I want to get some details about this property. If you use the features that we're about to go through, that inquiry will go directly to you, even if they're not a Zillow preferred lead. They're just your own personal sphere, and they will not go out to the other 2 dozen brokerages that are there. Because I know we see some of them, but we don't see most of them that go out to all these other brokerages, and your customers are just gone forever because they wouldn't talk to another agent. So again, it allows you to stay, like the slide says, it allows you to stay front and center when they're browsing on Zillow. They'll see your information, they'll see your details. When they say contact agent, you're that agent, and it'll go back to you. You'll also get all their browsing insights about what they're doing on Zillow. There's an insane statistic out there Zillow put out. Fully two-thirds of all home buyers in the entire country, two-thirds browse Zillow. Two-thirds of people who buy homes, millions and millions of people spend time on Zillow, right? So this is everyone. This is basically everyone who is using Zillow as a tool, and you can get access and insights to what they're looking at on Zillow. So, all right, Elias, let's hit the next slide. That's why you should be excited and interested about this. It's super easy too. This is what it looks like from the customer perspective. When you initiate this transfer, which we'll go through on the next slide, they're going to get a text message from you or an email from you. You can customize it. It's just going to say, "Hey, to stay better connected, here's a link where you can accept my invite for me to be your partner agent on Zillow." There's some language and some verbiage that we'll share about how to effectively make this pitch to your customers, how to talk about the value proposition. But you don't automatically get to just say, all right, this person's my client. They have to, oh, Molly, thank you for posting that. You send them the invite, they have to accept the invite. So that's going to lead to some best practices that we'll talk about here in a second. But they have to actually go open your text and hit accept. Yes, Dan is my agent. I want to see him on Zillow, forevermore. Go ahead and hit the next slide. So what does this actually look like on your end? You can get in there right now if you want to pop open Follow Up Boss and look at any of your non-Zillow leads for those of you who are on Zillow. So anyone's sphere of influence, anyone you met on socials, anyone you met anywhere that's not Zillow, you'll see in the bottom corner on Follow Up Boss here, this My Agent status. It's highlighted in green on this screen here, but you'll see it. And there's going to be a little button that says, I can't read it that far, but I think it says send invite. Let me pull it up on mine. Yeah, it says send invite. So once you hit send invite to that customer, you'll have the option to then send them an invitation, and that invitation can go through either there we go. You can either go through as an email or a text message. You send the invitation, customize this text, right? Make sure it's got default text in there, but if you've got a relationship with this person, which you should have a relationship before sending this, make sure you're customizing it. Make sure you're putting something very personal. Hey, it was great meeting you yesterday at the open house to help you better in your home search. I'm going to send you a friend request for Zillow so that if you've got questions on homes, you can just reach out to me directly through Zillow or whatever, right? But customize it. Elias, if you would hit the next one. So then once they accept your invitation, you're going to see the notification that they accepted your MyAgent invite. The status is going to show that your MyAgent relationship is active with them. And then most importantly, you're going to see all these Zillow insights, right? So it's going to say, Elias was looking at 123 Main Street 10 times yesterday. It's a great opportunity to call Elias, right? It's going to give you all of this really, really crucial browsing data. Zillow has insane engagement rates. I think like the average person who is using Zillow will go on there and spend like 6 minutes per session on there, which is like for website engagement stats is insane. Like, I think the average is like 12 seconds and they're spending many, many, many minutes. So let's go ahead and hit the next one. A few best practices and tips for how to do this. So first and foremost, the biggest thing, the single biggest thing, if you get as a takeaway for this is please do not spray and pray with this, meaning don't go through your database right now and hit send invite, send invite, send invite, send invite to every single one of your customers, because if they say no, that is a no forever. Okay. If they decline your MyAgent relationship when you send that invite, you cannot resend it. Zillow is really clear on that, where if you say, because they do not want people just sending invites to their entire database, you don't just automatically do it. They have to actively accept. And if they reject your MyAgent relationship, you can never get that back. Okay. So I really want to hammer that in. Never, it's gone, it's done forever. That client is gone to you on Zillow. And they will become a Zillow lead, and someone else will have to pay a 40% referral fee if they ever inquire on Zillow. So that is the first and foremost thing, the big circled red one here, if you get nothing else out of that. So the best way to do it for your new clients, for your cold leads, for your past clients, is to tee it up and have a conversation. Again, Molly sent out some of the text on that for scripting for how to do it. Super straightforward. Hey, I'm just going to send you a friend request on Zillow so that way we can communicate there. Tons of people love using Zillow. I love using Zillow. I browse it all the time. That way, if you've got questions about it, you can just reach out to me directly, and you don't have a bunch of random people spamming you if you accidentally hit contact agent on Zillow. So I'm just going to send you a friend request right now. Do it live. You can do it straight from the app. It's super easy to do, but make sure that you tee it up for the customer, explain that you're going to send it, get an affirmative opt-in verbally from them, and then send that invite. Because once they hit accept, it's good for life. So if they accept your Zillow MyAgent relationship, you are their agent forever. So and Zillow's never going to collect a referral fee on that. They just want us to engage more with their platform. If you've got closed or past clients, you can use this for them as well, right? They can look at their Zestimate on the Zillow site and also engage with you directly in that. So use this for your closed past leads. We've all heard that stat where like 80% of people who bought a home said that they would use their realtor again, but only 30% of them ever actually do. This is just another tool for you, for your past closed customers, to stay front and center with them, because they're probably looking at their estimates. They're probably browsing online on here. Couple other tips for this. Set up your service areas. If you don't know how to do that, hit me on Slack, shoot me a message. It's really easy to do on your Zillow profile, but make sure that you are putting in there everywhere and anywhere that you're willing to go to cover for connections. Because let's say you say your service area is Alameda County, Contra Costa County, and this person makes an inquiry in Solano County. Zillow's going to say, well, Dan doesn't cover Solano County, so now we need to send this as a referral to a different agent, right? They are only going to keep that person in your sphere for the areas that you say that you service. They're not going to send, if they start browsing in Arizona, they're not going to say, I'm going to send this to Dan because Dan doesn't cover Arizona. Dan's not licensed in Arizona, right? So make sure that you expand your coverage area on Zillow, on your Zillow profile page to a very, very wide net, right? Everywhere that you're licensed and willing to drive in California. If they go outside, just make sure you have that conversation with them and send them the referral. Okay, I'll wrap this up. The last thing is on this. Oh no, I hit it. That's my last tip.
All right, so let's do this. Let's
Yep.
also we'll clip this portion of what you just covered, and then we'll put that in Slack so people can reference this. Might even want to put this in fast class just so people can come back to that. But appreciate the update, appreciate that. And if you're new on the team, Adrian, I see you on the call. You'll be able to get into our Zillow lead team once you complete your roadmap to results and then your lead certification, and then you'll be able to get leads. And then there's their beautiful smiling face. Once again, I just showed you that. That way you guys understand how to get onto leads. And let's move on right into all of our other content for the day. So want to give a huge shout out to these faces on the screen. They have helped the company grow. So congratulations in helping us bring people into the environment. So thank you to Otis, to Daniel, to Andrea, to Kuhn, to Jessica, to Evelyn, and to Ali for bringing people into our environment, recommending people join Fast Real Estate. So thank you guys. Let's get into new escrows. It was a busy week. This is actually one of the best weeks that we've had in almost a year, probably one of our record setting year or weeks. And so let's just get right into this. Rebecca got into contract twice, once in Modesto, once in Folsom. Tim and Mama San, aka Andrea, got into contract in Oakland. Continuing on, Stray got into contract in Richmond and Jen Oak got into contract in Sacramento for 470. Aaron Crisp got in contract for 45 and Gurpreet got into contract. This was her first as a agent who rejoined the team, but she was with us in the past. So Gurpreet, great to see you on the leaderboard. Once again, Jessica at 510 and 830. And then Erwin, who is a relatively new agent in our environment, put up a deal in Oakland for 600,000. So congratulations to you too. Continuing on, Heather Bagley out in Stockton, 615. I remember that day when you took that headshot. Great to see you on the board, as well as Adeline out in Fairfield for $640,000. So,
Alaya, are you
yo,
going through the slides or are you?
I am. Yeah, I'm sharing
Okay.
my screen.
Okay.
Was I not sharing?
I didn't see it, but I could
I
be
saw
I could be.
Trinity.
Okay.
So sorry. Yeah, I was sharing it, but
It's
the whole
blank
time
on my
Dan.
end. Okay.
Okay, cool. The whole time Dan was talking, you saw his too, right? Yeah, I never got okay. All right, cool. I never got off of it, so I just want to make sure we're cool. All right, so Jay and Trini got into contract. Jay twice, once in Fairfield, once in Alameda, and then Trinity got into contract in Vallejo for 725,000. So congratulations to you two. Vanessa Vo got into contract in Vallejo. Brittany got into contract in San Jose for 925. I don't see some of these names on the screen. That's why I'm not stopping for strategy, but giving you guys all the kudos and the kudos that you deserve. Josh Rosenberg, 1.2 in Oakland, and then George Martinez for 925 out in San Jose. And yes, you guys, it continues on. Gurpreet with a deal for 618. Alexis out in Stockton for 190. Anna Oliver, 275 in Oakland on her listing, and then Sunny Wong, 475 on his listing in Oakland. And then continuing on, Carlos Sandoval got in contract for 500,000. Then Roxanne got in contract for 625. Congratulations to you too. And then there's more. There's more. Rebecca Gamon got in a contract out in Folsom on her listing for 635. And then Christine Holt for 640 out in Concord. But wait, there's more. Batsenbeg, aka Sam, got in contract for 695, and then Eric and Trinity got in contract on their listing for 700,000. And yes, my friends, there's more. Sierra Amato, 725, and Oliver Davis, 875 on his listing out in Concord. He's putting a huge emphasis and huge focus on his marketing for new listings. And then Jen and Julie got into contract in San Leandro. And Kavita, great to see your name out in Herald for $910,000. So congratulations to you ladies. What an incredible week. And then Lisa Torres and Sierra in the wild, wild west of Berkeley got in a contract for 965,000. So congratulations to you too. And then bringing up the rear, Kuhn got in a contract in Alameda on his listing for 1.7. So you guys, I want to stay here for a moment because there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of chatter in our industry. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of noise, and we're at war and price of goods and all things that happen in our economy. But no matter what happens, we are in an action economy. Those that stay in motion, those that do the work, those that make the calls, knock the doors, shoot the content are always going to be the ones that win. And so 35, 35 new escrows in 1 week, a little shy of $25 million of new real estate volume. So I want to give you guys a giant round of applause. Like I said, this is one of our best weeks that we've had in almost a year. So congratulations to you guys on all of your hard work. And we want to send a special happy birthday out to these amazing people. We hope that this is your best lap around the sun ever. So big happy birthday to each of you. And we want to say a happy work anniversary to these amazing faces. I look around the screen. We've been in business with some of your faces for a very long time. And so it's great to have you on the team. Thank you for choosing us. And we're stoked to be able to continue to build with each of you. So happy anniversary to you guys. Now looking ahead, now we got a lot of new things that are coming up. First off, headshots. If you don't have new headshots, make sure to get your headshots. If you want a refresh, get a refresh of headshots, but make sure that you sign up, get in the office, and always create a catalog of headshots that you guys can use in different seasons throughout the year. And then office hours. This is something that's new. Patty and Christina are going to focus on, scenarios, role play, open discussion. This is an opportunity for you to come in and say, hey, I have this buyer that I'm working with. May want to talk through some strategies. Patty did $200 million in loans last year. Christina's been a top producer. They have an amazing, amazing approach of strategy and how to get offers accepted. So that's going to be on the team calendar. You'll see the Zoom link. That's going to be every other Tuesday at 11:30 starting May 5th. This is a Zoom session. So make sure that you guys tap in and that you guys are hearing all the great things. So Molly, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend. Lunchbox Social. We're doing things a little bit different this next time. We're bringing the community together, advisors, advisees. Tell me a little bit about this event.
Hey guys, yes. So Lunchbox Social again is open for everybody. However, we are encouraging, and I did send and drop a special link for our advisors and advisees. So if you're an advisor and you're on this call or an advisee, I do encourage you to come out. Lunchbox Socials were genuinely just created so that you can kind of take a break in the day, have lunch on us, kind of connect with each other. Sometimes you need to unwind, maybe vent, talk about the week, whatever's going on. But honestly, this is just an opportunity for advisors and advisees to get together with the chaos of your schedules. And so if you're an advisor that has not met your advisee, come have lunch on us. And if you're an advisee that has not met your advisor, come out or meet other advisees who are going through the same roadmap that you are, challenges, struggles. But really, it's just a few hours just to create community. Magic usually happens when agents connect. And so for us, we just want to create that space. So yes, you did get a text for my advisors and advisees. But again, this is open to everybody on the team. So if you're just looking to connect, tap in, see what everybody's up to, we would love to see you guys and have you guys. Might be some surprises in store. And I know Brian is going to do a different type of lunch for this event. So hopefully we see you guys at the next one.
And if you're curious about becoming an advisor, show up, ask me questions, or hit me up directly.
You guys, it's just an amazing opportunity for us to come together. Even if you're just there for a little bit to pop in, say hi, grab some food, you guys. We want to make sure that you guys do so. And also on May 15th, you'll already see this on the calendar. We'll put it in the slides for next week. We're going to do another team walk hike. This one's going to be a little bit more challenging than the Lafayette Reservoir. The Lafayette Reservoir was 3 miles. It was just more of a walk. It wasn't that challenging. I think we could have done that twice. But we're going to do Lake Chabot this next time, and that's going to be on the calendar. It's already on the calendar for May 15th. We'd love for us all to get together to do that walk hike. There's some parts of it that get a little challenging, but at the end of the day, we're all in pretty good condition, health wise, that we can do this. And so more information to come on that. We had a great time out at the Lafayette Reservoir a couple weeks ago with you. And also want to give a huge shout out to Stockton. You guys showed out yesterday. Over 25 people came into the office yesterday for an AI mastermind. Well, it turned into a solely AI mastermind, which I thought it was really great. So we're going to do another one of those coming soon. We're looking at a couple different locations, so be on the lookout for that. So we just want to do all kinds of things that are going to bring this community together, have some fun. Shout out to all of our actors and actresses for coming out and doing cool content. Patrick, I would say that we got some true actors on this team, right?
Unbelievable talent. I really appreciate you guys for coming out to these content days. They're so fun. And it's a really great way for us to showcase like our personality. I think I've told the content day folks this before, but I think the vision for this account overall is to recruit people just like us here. And part of that is obviously us flexing our stats, showing our workshops, our lunches, our dinners, but part of it is also showing who we are and that we can have fun and kick butt at the same time. Um, Also, really appreciate you guys leaning in and trusting me with my original concepts this time. So we've got two concepts that we didn't pull from other reels that we built from scratch. Both of them are very, very fun. So looking forward to getting those out there. And if those continue to do well, I think it's only a sign for us to continue to make more original skits and stuff that can really separate us from the pack. So and while I'm on the line, y'all should use shredditors.com. In case you have not, we have a new editing pipeline. It is just shredditors.com. I'll put it in the chat. We are really, really excited every time that we get an opportunity to see a new face in there. We are continuing to build this out even beyond Team Fast. So don't take this perk for granted. People are paying quite a pretty penny for it. And, I'm just really excited for all the folks that have been taking advantage of it. It's a much better system than it was previously. And yeah, that's all I got on my end.
Man, appreciate it. So
Happy
wait, Patrick,
birthday.
it's your birthday today?
Yeah,
The big guy. Happy birthday to you, bro.
thanks, dude. Happy to be here.
Yeah, well, happy birthday to you, bro. Listen, you guys, one more thing before we go. In case you missed it, I just want to put that up on the screen one more time. So if you wanted to take a screenshot of that, share that on your social. This is a remarkable, remarkable week, you guys. So congratulations on all of your hard work, all of your efforts, all of the sweat equity that you're putting into this game. It's really showing. And when the market and the industry is saying that it's supposed to be slow, you guys are showing otherwise. And so I appreciate it. You guys were really close at getting a conversion coach for our Stockton market. I want to say thank you to those that have applied. We've had some really, really strong candidates. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be a very hard choice, but we're excited to offer even additional support, more additional support for you guys to help you convert more business and to provide an even bigger lifestyle for you and your families. And so if you need anything, you know where to find us. And shout out to everybody that's coming to coaching. We had 51 people on coaching on Monday. So the group continues to grow. We're excited about where it's heading. And so if you need anything, please let us know. I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. And as always, you guys, be you, but fast. And thank you for all of your contributions. We thank you and we are beyond grateful for you guys. Have an amazing, amazing day.